We came this close, folks, in the last couple of weeks to closing this place. And not because of lack of money. This is a not-for-profit, so we don't have to make any money. It's just that there's a few that got this thing started, and we were just tired. But praise God, and special thanks to Ken back there against the wall, Melinda setting up here, Dean that's doing sound, that wanted to persevere, because I didn't. I was ready to pull the pen and say, hey, come out of here. I'm not sure what drove them, but I know what drove me was I was disappointed. Because about a year ago, Ken felt like, actually a year in September, Ken felt like the Lord had called him to reopen the Cornerstone. It was in existence back in the 80s, very, very, very successful. And we all sat down and he said, I need some help, and we all, the ones here, agreed to help him. But as is normal, we all put together an idea and a plan that we had. And as is normal, for some strange reason unknown to me, the Lord just didn't bother to check in with me to ask me what my plan was. And when my plan didn't work, I got upset. And that's the first thing I'm going to ask him when I get to heaven is, how come you never listened to my plan? But anyway, praise God, we've got other people involved in this thing that do listen to the Lord. And in the past week, I have, and I was told this by others, I won't mention any names, Dean, but but that, maybe I didn't really have any idea what the Lord's plan was, and maybe other people were getting blessed and I just didn't know it. And I had a couple of conversations with a couple of groups that come here and found out that that's exactly what was happening. Our plan wasn't being fulfilled. My plan wasn't being fulfilled at all. But again, like I said, the Lord didn't bother to tell me what his plan was, so we were just going down different paths. But anyway, that's been set to the side. We're not going anyplace. Ken and Melinda and Dean and the rest of us all got together, and we kind of created a schedule that's given some of us a break from time to time. And we're going to be here. But having said that, you guys can really help us out. And like I said, it's not a money thing, because we don't have to make a penny. This doesn't cost us anything. Praise God, the church next door gives us this facility, and we try to give them money whenever we have extra, but we don't have to have money to open the doors, so that's not the issue. But what is an issue really is we have groups that have chosen to come and entertain here from a long way off. Now, look at this room. And I would say the majority of you here, we got a core group that's always here, but the majority of you came to see these guys. That's called a following in the business. They have a following. Well, when we have a group that comes here from almost over in Illinois, we have a group that comes from Louisville, Kentucky, we have a group that comes from Bloomington, south of Bloomington, and they're just as loyal, they're just as talented. But if they even have a following, and they do, those folks aren't going to drive all the way here to see them. So once in a while, not every Saturday, I don't come every Saturday, but once in a while on a Saturday night, if these guys aren't playing someplace and you got nothing to do, just come on down and check and see who we've got here. Because these folks that come from a long way would appreciate looking out at a crowd like this. And honestly, we've had nights when 9 people came. And when they come as far as they don't do it for the money. We take up a love offering, and our famous statement from our old pastor was, the gospel is free, the ministry's free, but it does take money to spread it.